Okay, guys, are you excited? You guys are all excited for this? I heard you guys were excited. I'm excited for you. So if you've never painted before, it's like watching it happen. You're like you're doing it, but the whole time you're like, what? It's like magic, right? And then once you do it, then your brain's like, oh, that's not as hard as I thought. And then who feels a little bit nervous or anxious right now? You're like, oh no, I'm gonna ruin it. So raise your hand if you feel a little bit nervous, right? Well, if you feel nervous, it's the same sensation in your body as excited, right? So it just means your brain's getting all full of energy, ready to learn something new, okay? So you'll be like, oh, this is supposed to happen? And then while we're doing this, you'll have lots of moments of like, what? What is she? I don't get it. So confusion has to come first, then understanding. Okay? So as soon as you feel yourself going, what? I don't get it. And then you go, oh, I see. So it goes in order. You're supposed to feel confused. Does that make sense? It's what the brain does. It has to go to each step. So don't be like, I don't get it. I'm going to get mad. You're like, we'll just keep going and you're going to be surprised. Okay? So while I have your attention and you don't have any paints out, I want to show you how to make trees, and then I'll show you again when we make trees. There's a reason. Because these are pine trees and they look like triangles, right? And you go, oh, mine look like trees. Let me bring it up to the camera so you can see how it's totally not a tree. Those are smears of paint in the texture. It's the texture of a tree and the shape of a tree, right? I did not draw a triangle, right? I'm going tap, tap, tap with my teeny tiny paintbrush. And then it's this little square one, right? It's like a little square, but I literally go tap, tap using just the tip, and it makes these little branches. Tap, 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 like that, okay? But let me show you with my bigger version. Mine is humongous, right? Compared to yours that looks like a baby next to it, right? So I can show you on this plate, but it's black paint, right? And I just go like this and it's completely flat. And I just go tap, 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 tap. Did I scribble? No. The tapping makes the texture. Isn't that weird? And then if I go like this and go straight ahead, I can make it not like a stick, the trunk, right? But then the one above, I'm gonna go like a little higher, and this one better be smaller. So I just make like a baby one. It's like a baby. And then I wanna go smaller. Oh, it's only one paintbrush big. What? Now how do I go smaller? That's as small as my paintbrush can go. I actually use the corner, just the point of the corner of the paintbrush. And I go, just with the corner, I'm just going to go, book, 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 dee, 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 dee. And it makes teeny tiny ones, right? And you're like, what? I don't get it. What if we filled that in? So I go, okay, and it has to stay a triangle, so I put branches in there, tappy, 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 tap. Tappy, 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 tappy. Tappy, 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 tappy. But I have to tap in the triangle, right? Uh-oh, now it's as big as a paintbrush. So now I have to use just the corner. And I use just the corner of my paintbrush. Pokey, 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 pointy, pointy. Come to a little point at the top where I can put my angel, right? So that is the shape and texture of a tree. Does that make sense? Right? So we're going to do it again. And you're like, I don't get it. So how many trees? We get to make lots of trees, right? Your first tree is going to be really ugly. It's ugly. How come? Because it's your first one, and you have a human brain, okay? And human brains say, I only learn by doing. So you listen, and you're like, what? What? And then you try it, and you're like, oh, I get it. And then the next one will be better, and the next one's even better, and then the next one's better, because it's a human brain thing, okay? And I wanted to show you that while everybody was actually looking at me and not playing with their paint. Okay. So, but we'll come back to that. We'll do that again. But we're going to start with our sunrise, right? So and it just has a pencil line and then a boot, right, in pencil, a little boat shape, right, like that, because all the rest is like this texture. And if you look, I do not, look at, it would look like a flag if it was yellow, orange, and pink, but I go yellow, this little blurry area where yellow and orange touch, a blurry area where orange and pink touch, and I make an orangey pink right there. That's the magic, okay? Otherwise, it will just look like a flag, and everyone will be like, why is there a flag in your sky? And you're like, because I wasn't listening, okay? So we're gonna actually, some people use water to paint and get everything wet with water. We're not gonna do that because I have found that my cups of water get tipped over and it's paint water and then I get mad, right? And water is a solvent to paint, so if I had water that dripped across my lake, it would actually erase all the paint and I would not be able to get it to go back in because it would thin out all this paint and you'd basically have to start over. You would be so mad. So I don't use water because I don't need it, okay? So we're gonna find our big fluffy paintbrush. Where's Fluffy Fluffy? Find the biggest. We have a big one and we have the teeny tiny itty bitty little, and then the big fluffy one, right? And with this one, we're going to smash it so it gets like a fan and it gets big, like that. I don't use the tip, right? Or I'd be here all day. Little. That boring. I go like this, I go smash. So I can be put, and I push my paint like this, and I shove it over there, and I push it over there, like that. Okay? So I need white paint. Can you find your white paint? Do you know why we have the most white paint? Because it's in our sky and in our water, and it helps make the lighter colors. Do you guys find it? It's full, right? It's your fullest one. Was it hard to take the lids off? Okay. I don't know which cups you got, but I bought some cups that were really hard to get on off. Anyway, so let's do the yellow part of our sky, okay? So we're going to fill the sky, which is from the pencil to the top. Let's fill it halfway with white. But I don't want, and it's warm, right? And a fan might be going in your room, right? That's going to make your paint dry really fast. It evaporates. All the water gets sucked out of it. So we can't dilly-dally. You can't play around and be like, I'm so slow. And so, no! We have to like, and we're going, right? Because the air is stealing our paint, our water from our paint, okay? So we're going to get it wet with white paint from the pencil line to the middle, okay? And this is white on white. You're not really going to be able to see mine because it's white on white. You'll only be able to tell if it's shiny. Oh yeah, let me turn on my light and see if that helps. It's my beauty light, right? I don't have any wrinkles. Okay, so I go, so I'm going to fill it up this much, and hopefully my light will help it make it look shiny. So I'm going to stab my white like I'm mad. Can you get that much? What? And let's just poke it right at halfway, not at the top, not at the pencil, but halfway, and let's go bloob. Right? Can you see that it's shiny on mine? Right? Shiny! Right? And then just cut your sky in half with white paint. But from the pencil line to the top is sky. Who has a helper with them today? You are so lucky. Okay, so now let's fill it in. Did you do that? Well, I would like it to be wet all the way down to the pencil. What if I get this white paint on the pencil? So, it won't hurt nothing. So I'm going to stab my paint and I'm going to go, okay, I got it a lot. And then I just kind of push and shove and push and shove. I just got paint on my arm. Push and shove and push and shove. And then I can go all the way down to the, I covered up the pencil. But can you see the parts that aren't shiny? Look at shiny parts, not shiny parts, right? Ew, it's not shiny. You know that means it's dry. So can you look to the side? Look for the shiny part and go, oh, not shiny. Wait, how much white can you use? A lot. So are you gonna keep going and making it flatter and flatter and flatter? No. What if there's lumps? Those will be clouds. Those will be bright spots, right? So look, no dry spots. None. It's all shiny from this side and the corners, the edges, wet, to the bottom, wet, all the way to the top. Okay. Look at it, it's drying already. It's because it's hot. There. Okay, can you tell? Yeah. There's a whole bunch of white still on my paintbrush. Do I care? No. We're gonna make some yellow sky. Okay, so we're gonna put the yellow on the very bottom of our yellow, and we're gonna go higher, 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 and we're gonna run out of yellow on purpose. Okay? Who knows what a fade is, or an ombre with your hair, right? So it's lighter, 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 disappear, right? So I need to find my yellow paint. Where's your yellow paint? Yellow paint. Paint. I smell it. Question?
Yeah, before you continue, I just wanted to let the families know, if you can't find her video, boys and girls, at the very top of when you hover over yourself, there's 3 little dots next to the mute button. If you click on the 3 little dots, it'll say pin video, and it'll show Miss Pixie only. Okay?
Yeah, but you have to go over Miss Pixie's picture though in order to find it, boys and girls. To pin
Go
it.
over
You
Miss
can pin her
Pixie,
video.
okay?
On me. Yeah, me. Pin me in the corner. In the corner, pin me. Oh, other corner. Pin me in the corner. There. Okay, so you find your yellow paint. So now I'm going to stab it there's a lot of paint in there, but I only want one good stab, right? So I'm going to stab it like I'm mad. Oh my God. I got some. Look at, I go over there. No, don't lick it. Okay, and I'm going to drop it off like it's a booger and I want it off my paintbrush. I'm just going to put it right above the pencil. Ew. Just get it off. Ugh. Like that. Just get off my paintbrush, yellow. But there's a bunch of white still in our paintbrush, right? They're going to mix together and make baby yellow, right? Well, I'm going to smash that yellow, and I'm only going to make this one stripe, one paintbrush big, right? And I'm going to crush it and push it off the page. Off the page. Maybe I'll go the other way. Off the page. That's all I did. That's all. Did it change colors? Who wants theirs to be more yellow? You can put some more. If you like yours, like, mine's good. Then you just leave it. Okay, now we're going to try to run out. Look how much yellow is left in my paintbrush. None. It's all on my painting. So this is where I have to get my paint. So everybody pause and look up. Even if you're busy, watch me. Watch. Okay, I'm going to push this up and I'm going to go higher, 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 higher. I'm running out of yellow. I'm running out of yellow. I get to the top. I ran out of yellow. I am trying to run out of yellow. And should I go back down and get more paint? I'm trying to run out, right? So how many color values to make 3D? 3. There'll be dark yellow on the bottom, medium yellow when I start running out, and then almost no yellow at the top, right? And all of my brush strokes have to overlap. There's no space in between them like this. So everybody pause, watch me do it, and then you do it. Me first, ready? So I'm gonna go back over my yellow because I'm gonna pick up some yellow like a sponge with my paintbrush and go off the page, off the page. Then I go a teensy bit higher. Off the page and off the page. Oh, it's getting lighter already. Off the page. Ooh, it's turning into misty, misty yellow. Oh, it's almost white. I'm running out. I'm running out. I'm running out. I'm all the way out. I ran out. Isn't that pretty? Should I go back down and do it again? How many color values do I have? 3. Very yellow. Not very yellow. Running out of yellow. All good. Let me bring it closer so you can see. Right? It changes. It's too, my light's too bright. My beauty light is too light. So it's like a very yellow when we started, and it was running out and running out and look at it, super white right there. How come? Because I had one of those blobs of white, and it just made a brightness. I don't even care. Who thinks it's pretty? Me too. I think it's so pretty. You know what we need to do? Remember when I was telling you in the beginning how we need to make a baby orange that's gonna sneak down and make this fuzzy, fuzzy baby invisible orange, right? Let's do that real quick. Can you find orange? And I just wanna make some baby orange. So do I need a whole bunch? No. So I'm gonna sneak up on my orange, and I'm just gonna get a teeny tiny speck. Okay, I barely, okay, that wasn't, let me do it again, that was silly. I was literally microscopic. Okay, I have a speck on there. That was too little. I was too delicate. Okay. Did you get a speck? A speck of orange? Okay, let's put it, I'm going to touch the very top of my yellow area that turned to mist. I'm just going to drop it off like it's a boogie. More! See, I put it right on the top of that. Right on the top. Now let's mush it in and just make that one stripe of orange again and crush it in off the page and off the page. Oh, so pretty. Is it very, very soft? Just one little stripe, but it looks like a flag. It's not right. I wish it was prettier, right? Can you get some white and let's tell it to calm down. That is too orange. So I'm gonna touch my, I don't get a stab of white, but I can go poke. I got white on there. Can you get a poke of white? And tell orange to calm down. Do you have little brothers and sisters? You have to tell them to calm down, right? This is too orange. Let's tell it to calm down. Let's put that white and put it on the orange. Hello. Oh, now guess what? We're gonna leave it like that? No. Let's crush it in and make like soft baby orange. Oh, she's softer. You know what it reminds me of? Creamsicle. Who knows what a creamsicle is? The orange and vanilla ice cream. Sherbet. Who made soft, pretty orange? Soft and pretty. Now I would like to tell it to calm down some more, but there's still a whole bunch of paint in my paintbrush. Let's clean our paintbrush. Everybody look. I got a paper towel. I put my paintbrush inside the paper towel and I fold it over. Bye. And then I squeeze it really hard and I squeeze all the paint out. But I don't scrub like this. It makes my bristles stick out. But look at this giant boogie that came out. What? My paintbrush is holding all that paint. I know, right? Big blob comes out. But now I have clean paintbrush. And with a clean paintbrush, you see where orange and yellow are meeting? That looks like a flag. That looks bad. I would like to make misty, 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 invisible orange. So look at me. No paint on my paintbrush. Everybody watch. I'm going to go by bottom of the orange. Fluffy. I'm going to fluff it. Ready? Fluffy, fluffy. Oh, no paint. I'm just telling the bottom, just the bottom of the orange, calm down, be soft. It disappears like invisible baby orange. Look it. I didn't go to the bottom, just by bottom of the orange. You turned into misty mist. I like it. It's invisibly. It's almost, it's like, look at, I got 3D again. Dark, medium, invisible, nothing. I see you doing it. Who made that? Who made invisible orange? Did you do it with a clean paintbrush? Right? Could you go all the way down to the bottom of the yellow? No, just right there, fuzzy orange. You guys ready to do the top of your sky? Thumbs up if you're ready. Thumbs up. Are you ready for the top? Okay. I see you. Okay. Now I have to get the top of the sky wet with white. Remember my white paint? I'm not using water. I'm going to use white paint. So I'm going to stab my white paint like I'm mad. How come? The top of my painting is dry. So I need to get it wet with. So I'm going to go from the top of my painting and my orange. What if I touch the orange? So it's part of the same sky. It don't hurt nothing. So I go, schmear. Ooh, it has some orange in it because it's in my paintbrush. I like it. I'm going to get all the way down. Oh, more paint. Stop! I'm going to go closer and closer to my orange, touching my orange. Closer, closer. Okay, it's sopping wet, no dry spots. Oh! See? And am I being delicate with my paint? No, my kid is sopping wet with white. How come? Because I'm going to decorate it with colors after it's wet with white. Do I leave any dry corners? No. It's just shiny, shiny. What if I have a blob? Look at my giant, disgusting blob right here. Do I care? No, it's going to look like a cloud. It's going to look like a cloud. I don't care. Who feels good about theirs? Me too. It's all wet. Okay, now I'm going to get orange. Ready for orange? Wait, doesn't it go orange to pink? Right, pink is at the top. So am I going to put any orange at the top of the painting? No, it's just maybe halfway from the sky to the orange is going to be orange right there. So can you find your orange paint? And should I stab it really hard? No, just a poke. If I stab it too hard, orange is a very dark color, and it's very dark. So I'm just going to go poke. And I just got some. Disgusting. Okay, now here's the top of my painting. There's my orange halfway. Ew! Get off my paintbrush. See, look at it. It looks like a sunrise. Nice job. Okay, now can we push it off the page and off the page? Just a stripe. Goodbye. Ooh, it mushes into my wet white paint. Woo! Look at, I got stripes and you're jealous. Look at my neato stripes. That looks cool. And I push my paint like this, right? I push really hard with my paintbrush so it opens. And then I push my paint. Shove it like that. Now can we sneak down down to the top of the orange? So I'm gonna go, this is gonna be very orange. Then I go a tiny bit lower. A tiny bit lower. Look how slow I'm going. I don't care. It's my painting. And then I go slower and lower. Oh, they're touching! And maybe I even put some in my orange. They touched! Can you do that? That looks so good. It's like watching it happen, huh? It's your hand, but you're just staring at it going, wow, look what it did. You know what I wish you had? I wish you had some clouds. Can you get your white paint and get a little poke of white paint? Everybody pause and look up. Watch me. Everybody pause. And I go, poke. And this is not for Misty Orange. She's finished. But up here where I got that suit, I want orange to calm down way up here a little bit. I'm just going to wipe off way up here in the top of my orange. I'm just going to wipe off a white booger. There. Because I would like a few strings of white that will look like white clouds. I just want to just calm down orange a little bit. Not down here. This is actually dry already, so we cannot ever go back down here where yellow and baby orange are, because it's already dry and it won't make any new colors. You'll just be ruining it. So stay up here. Now let's softly. We don't have to go and crush it in there, but soft and delicate, like we're tickling a baby, and we just go soft, like slap his face. Oh, look at, I left the strings. I turned the blobs into strings. What happens if you keep touching it? What color will it be? Orange. Let white live. Give it permission to live. So you just touch it a tiny bit and then stop. Otherwise, how come? It'll just be orange. We just crush it in there and make orange. Who wants to make the pink? And my paintbrush is dirty with orange. I don't care. You know why? Pink and orange is so pretty. You're gonna love it. Okay, so can you find pink? Who got some nice clouds with a little whoosh? But not down here by yellow. All dry. Pink at the tippy pot. And we should make pink and pink orange. It's gonna be pretty. So I just poke. Hey, you guys are gonna have paint left over to decorate rocks. So I get my pink, poke. Nice. There's my pink. And then can I put it at the tippy top of my painting? My paintbrush might even fall over the top. I'm just gonna wipe it off like a boogie. Get off my paintbrush, filth. Like that. Okay, now let's do the very tippy top row and smash it in. Like, remember when we did it for yellow and we did it for orange? Let's go off the page to off the page and make one stripe and make just once. And I'm crushing into my paintbrush. You know why? There's orange in my paintbrush and I'm making a new color. So I smash it with the orange and the pink. I'm making a new color. That's pretty. And I give them permission to do that. Looks good, huh? That's pretty. Hey, there's only this much pink left in my paintbrush. What if we do that? Remember when we got yellow and we let it go a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher? What if we get pink and we let it go a little bit lower, a little bit lower? In the orange, in the orange, in the orange, all gone. Who thinks we should do that? Me. Okay. But little tiny, slowly. Okay, so watch me do it. Watch me do it first so you have, your brain goes, oh, okay. So I go off the page to off the page and a tiny bit lower. I'm wiping off the pink. Get off my paintbrush, please. Pink, I would like you to disappear and to turn. Oh, I'm touching orange. I am making orange pink. I put the pink in the orange and the orange in the pink. I made a new color. I asked them to do it and they did. Look at where they touched, they mixed. It's still pink at the top, but I let it mix in with orange where they touch. Isn't that pretty? And you fold in your paintbrush and you go, and then, like that. And then look at the pink and go, do I have 3 versions of pink? Is it very dark pink at the top, running out of pink medium, brand new color pink orange where they touch, right? They change. Dark, medium, light. Dark, medium, light. Raise your hand if you think that's pretty, because I do. So pretty. What if you keep touching it after you're done? Don't do it. You know why? Because they keep mixing. You know when you put the caramel, all the ingredients in a smoothie, and then the whole thing turns one color? Oh, too much, right? We would actually like to see the different colors. So when you're done, stop touching. If you keep touching it, it's fun, but it just becomes a color. That's boring. That's boring. Ugh. Who likes that so far? Me. Ew, I want to make water, and I have this pink on there, so we're all going to have to lick our paintbrush clean. Just kidding. Gross. You almost did it. You're so weird. Okay, I'm going to get my paintbrush and my paper towel, and I put my paintbrush in there, and I'm going to fit it and squeeze it and pull it out. Our color is super dark blue. So even if there was a little bit of pink or orange in here, the blue will erase it because it's so dark. And looks like unicorn poop. Ha ha ha. Looks like unicorn. Easter bunny poop. Rainbows. Did we do a good job? And then you want to know something cool? When this starts to dry, it'll get darker in color because all paint floats in a white gel that turns clear like Elmer's glue. So it looks a little bit light and then it starts to dry. Did you notice your yellow get darker when it dried? Because the white gel that white paint is in turns clear. So the colors get darker. It's magical. Now can you find your 2 blues? Blue, blue, blue. Purpley blue and dark blue. Purpley blue and dark blue. You can't see the colors good on my camera. Now that we did the sky, look at what I did. I dripped. My painting was underneath. My painting was on painting. Okay, now look at my painting. Who thinks this makes sense now? We just did that sky. So, how do you think we're going to make this water? Purpley blue pieces, and white pieces. Doesn't that make sense when you look at it now? You're like, we're going to make, that makes so much sense, I can hardly stand it, right? So now I'm going to get my big paintbrush that I just pinched really hard. And I get my dark blue, and I need to outline my boat. Okay? And there's a trick for outlining. So everybody pause and look up. Ready? So this is how you outline with a paintbrush. It looks big, right? You're like, I'm never going to be able to outline. It's going to come out terrible. Watch this. When you smash your paintbrush, it opens like this, right? Whoop! But we only stare at one side's hair and touch the pencil. So we just go, the whole paintbrush is painting, but I only stare at, I gotta fall off the page. I'm gonna have to lift up my painting. But I go smash, I'll show you. So I go poke. I just poked it. I didn't stab it hard like I was getting white. I just need some. Okay, and I'll come close so you can see. Can you see my pencil? Okay, that bright light is too bright. Okay, so what? I'm going to go smash, and then watch me sneak up to the pencil. Sneak, sneak, sneak. Oh, I touched the pencil! Now I'm going to fall down, and I push. Do I pick up my paintbrush and scribble? No. I push. Look at one hair is touching pencil. The whole paintbrush is doing something, but I don't care. One hair, and I'm going to fall off the page. Doink. But one hair of the paintbrush did that. So I go big and then sneak up to the line and then can you do that with one hair? You do it. See if it's true. Do you need a lot of blue? No, just poke. And did I scribble? No, that'll make really fuzzy water. So just go stab and smoosh. But at the last second, you have to pick up your painting and fall off the page. Does that make sense? Who was able to outline? Did you know that was possible? Do you know why you can do that? Because you've been handwriting since you were little, and handwriting hands can, remember all that tracing you did when you had to trace the letters? Now you did it good. Now I'm going to get another polka dark blue. Ready? Poke. Do I need a whole bunch? I just go poke. Just on the end. Hello. Right. Now I have to do the top part. So I'm going to go above my boat. Bloop. Sneak down, land on the pencil and push. Okay. Smash. Oh, it opened and now I can see the hair I'm going to look at is dangling down and I fall down, touched it. And then I'm going to push. I'm a little bit wiggly, but I'm going to fix the boat too. Oh, look at me run out of paint at the last second. I'm going to turn my paintbrush over and try to do it from the other side. Land. Oh, there's paint on that side. Let one hair touch the pencil. I did it. Is it true? Can you outline with a giant paintbrush? It's true. Because are you using the whole paintbrush or just one hair? One hair. Uh-oh, I gotta make the top of my boat's not touching. Okay, now I can see the point. I couldn't see the point. I have a glob right there. It's gonna make green. Yes! See, I can see Rose. She did her outline. And you know what? When we use the little paintbrush, what if you got some blue on your boat? When we use a little paintbrush to do the boat, you can fix it. Huh. Okay, now I'm gonna get more blue, dark blue, stab it. Okay, got it. Now I'm gonna make the bottom of the water, but the water's in front of the sky, which means she's on top of the sky. So I just go and I'm gonna, what if I don't get it the first time? Can I do it twice? Yeah. So I just go, all right, I'm gonna go underneath it. Why? Because I'm gonna sneak up to it. Sneak up, I'm touching it! And then I push my paint, except for I have a human hand. What does that mean? Am I gonna be able to be perfectly straight? No, human hair. And then I ran out halfway. I don't have enough paint. What do? Give up and go home? No. I know where the paint is. I just get another poke. And maybe I'll do it from this end. It's closer to me so it's easier. So I go smash, sneak up. Look, I have bumps on mine. Could I go back with that one hair trick and try to make it straighter? Now that it's wet, I bet it will be more slippery and I'll be able to straighten it with that one hair. Because now it's wet. Let me try. And I have to stand in front of it. Sorry, but from the side, it's just too wavy. I'm going to try to fix it again. I'm looking at one hair with top hair of my paintbrush. Oh, it was smoother. I made mine smoother. I had to go back over it. And then let's put some more blue on there, and we're gonna make some water, right? So let's get some blue and just put some dash. Oh, water is completely straight and flat. It's a nice calm day for fishing. Do not make waves. Do not scribble it in circles. It's straight and flat, off the page to off the page. Is that all right? Okay, no scribblies. It'll mix your paint too much, and we like these cool stripes. Softly and gently, okay? So let's put some dark blue, nice and straight, and I'm just gonna get some more blue paint. Stop! And just go straight, and I'm just gonna drop off some dark blue, some here, and some here. I don't know, some here, some here. That looks good. Those are shadows. Rose, can you switch to dark blue? Put some dark blue ones. No, switch to the darker blue. She's almost black. Just put some dark blue pieces. There's purpley blue, and she looks, it's very confusing. One's super dark blue and one's purpley blue. If I was there, I'd point at them. Okay. And then now, dirty paintbrush and everything. Let's get some purpley blue. She's a little bit lighter, right? And now we can stab it like we're mad. Look, I got a lot. And now I'm gonna put it other places, like I don't, what? You're right, it's very hard to tell. I'm looking at mine going, those look exactly the same. Am I using the right color? Oh my God, I picked up the wrong color. So Rose, I'm with you. I picked up the wrong color. I could hardly tell them apart. What? Okay, do over. You see, it's purpley. Dumb. Oh, more purpley blue. Let me get another big scoop. But I'm straight and flat, and straight and flat. Maybe more. Purpley blue. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Straight, flat, straight and flat. Straight. Okay. Oh, there too. Blah, blah. Did you guys decorate? Okay, now I'm going to get some white. Can you find your white? So everything that's white, how about if we just make it really white with real white paint? But my paintbrush is dirty, so I'm making water. So it'll make baby blue. I'm just going to stab my white paint. Oh, filthy. It's in my paintbrush now. Okay, and is yours going to be the same as mine? No. So I guess over there, big booger of white, stab, there, big booger of white. I'm gonna get more white paint, there, I don't know. There's a big piece of white. I'm just gonna make it officially blobs of white paint. There, oh, there, and there, on the side, blip, 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 blip. Ooh, one went blip. Okay. Doesn't it look crazy? But can you predict what we're gonna do? Can you predict that these are gonna be stripes of paint? And how come I have to stay straight and flat off the page? Straight, because it's water. No waves, it'll mix it too much, okay? Is there any dry places? I got one there. Oh, let me get that. Oh, that. And there. Okay. How many colors of blue do I have? I know. So pretty. Who's ready to make water? There's too much paint in our paintbrush. No, don't lick it off. Get paper towel. I need a new one. The other one has a bunch of orange unicorn poop on it. So I'm just gonna go squeeze, clean one. There. Okay, now what if your hand moves a little bit when you're trying to make straight lines? Is that bad? No, because human hands make accidental waves, no on purpose waves. Your hand is just heavy, and when you're trying to do it, gravity keeps pulling your hand down, but we're gonna try to be really straight. Can you start at the tippy top? I got some white nearby. And everybody pause and watch me, and we're gonna watch it happen. Oh, uh-oh. There's blue at the top that didn't have any white in it. Can I go one more time with what's on my paintbrush? I'm gonna go a little higher. Wait, look, wait, am I gonna do more, or do I like the stripes that it made? Do not touch it twice. What color will this be if I keep scrubbing it? Baby blue? It'll be so boring. So I'm gonna go beneath that. And the rows are touching like am I pushing very hard? Softly off the page. Like I'm vacuuming or mowing the page or the row after that. The row after that. The row after that. The row after that. And I fall off the page. Fall off the page. I'm touching my boat. And then I sneak up to my boat and stop. And sneak up to my, I got some on my boat. Is that bad? No. I'm going to paint the boat, so I'm going to paint over the water. Off the page to the boat. Off the page. Am I scribbling or just making stripes? Neat! Do I have different versions? Or did I scrub it all together? Did I give it permission just to be straight? Wait, watch me. Class. Look, do not go back and forth. You're going to make blue, right? Gently and slowly, stripes. And then rest and wait. Okay? We give them permission to be stripedy. I let you be like that. And I don't feel like I have to scrub you together. I like your variations of color. Back and forth makes one color. It's very boring. Who feels like they have just one color? Mateo. I think you have just one color. Remember when we put clouds up here with pieces of white? Can you put pieces of white in yours and make wave? Straight wave. Have just a few variations of little white pieces, just a few, and don't scrub it in. One little white piece, just put a blob of white and go flick. Like a little white wave, straight. Just for you, Mateo, because yours looks blue. And do we keep touching it and mixing it in? No. How come? It'll just be a one color. Who got a little bit of water on their boat? I'm going to make my boat a little bit bigger and cut off all those ugly parts with some brown boat. So I'm not worried. All good. So remember, don't keep touching it. If even though you're bored, we want to just rest and let those stripes dry like stripes. Okay? Who's ready to make a black island? Do you know why it's black? It's called a silhouette. Okay? When light is behind something, this loses, you can't see this, the detail of this anymore. All you see is its shadow. It's very weird. Silhouettes are very weird. If there was a light behind me, too bright, I would look black, and all I could see is a white light. That's shadows. Okay, I need everybody to be finished with their water. I see people still decorating, because we're gonna make our island. And look how long my island is. It's longer than my hand. I think it goes almost to the middle of the painting on this side. So, but we have a teeny tiny little paintbrush, and we're just gonna use it straight and flat like this. So she can make a line. Can you guys find black? And I'm just gonna poke it, poke. Can I get more? This is not gonna hold very much paint, huh? It just holds a speck of paint. So does that mean I'm gonna run out a lot? Does that mean I'm gonna have to stop and get paint very often? Yeah, she can't hold a lot of paint. So I just go poke, and when I need more, I just get more. But I need to make on my water, where water and sky meet, right? But let me tell you on here. We're gonna make blurry trees. They come to ice cream cones, right? They look like ice cream cones, right? Ice cream cone upside down tree. And I just make dirty little stripes, stripe, and then small. And I let them make weird little blurry reflections. So I need my island though. So I'm gonna go like this right there, and where's halfway? I'll put a little poke so my brain knows where to go. In the water, poke. Okay, that's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go over there. Now look I already ran out of black paint. Where did black go? Oh yeah, I put it up here. So I'm gonna get black, and I'm gonna, flat, not giant. I'm not gonna paint like this. That's too big. I'm gonna paint with the paintbrush flat like this. Everybody pause and look up. Not paintbrush like this. Paintbrush flat and skinny like that. I just want to make a straight line as best I can. Halfway, I ran out of paint, figures. Poke. She can't hold very much paint. Push. Hello. There. I made a black line. That's my island. Who can do that? And where'd I go? I don't know. It's about halfway-ish. Look, it's above my boat. Ish. What if I had to make it longer later? I can. It's my island. Did you do it in black and skinny and flat like this? Not big and giant like this. Too big. Skinny and flat like that. Okay, now I'm going to make, and you know what? We do not scribble like this, because this is wet with blue and white, and black will just make gray. Does that make sense? So if it's just going to make gray, then I don't want to scribble it together. That's terrible. So I go on purpose, stripe, straight, tiny ice cream cone. So I get my black paint, and we could just make one. Is the first one going to be ugly? How come? Human brain, right? You have a human brain. It's your fault. It's your parents' fault because they were humans. So I go, let me just put one, I don't know, anywhere. So a nice long line, a smaller line, smaller, speck. Ice cream cone. And how do I do the speck? With the corner. When I get to the very end, I'm with the corner and I get the speck. I was looking to the side and mine was crooked. You want to make another one? Because that one's going to come out ugly. How many of us did it take before we figured out? I don't know. It's gonna take a couple, okay? Let's find another one. So I go, it's I don't know, a finger big. So a fingerprint big, okay? Then a smaller one under that, and a smaller. And I can go both directions. Flick, 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 flick. So I go to the right, to the left, to the right, and smaller and softer, and smaller and softer, and smaller and softer, and smaller and softer, and come to a point. Hey, I think it came out the exact same size. Trees don't grow the same size. Whatever, I'll make my next one bigger. Okay, so I get a poke. Who feels like that one came out better? Did that one make more sense? See, and it's an upside down reflection. So it got, how'd you make them tiny on the bottom? Put the little corner of my paintbrush, corner. And then, okay, let's make another one. Maybe between them, longer. Long, and then longer, back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth, and back, and then smaller, softer. Come to it, tiny. It was longer. I did that on purpose. How soft are you doing it? Is it delicate, like a little scratch? Like a delicate, teensy, tiny baby tickle scratch? Who wants to try another one somewhere else? How about if you don't copy me? How about if you decide where to put one? Okay, no peeking at mine. So I put one there, and I go long, big, smaller, pointy, corner, tenna, soft. Oh! They're ice cream cones. Do I need very much paint to do this? Is it making blurry, dirty white and blurry, dirty blue? Uh-huh. And am I just going scratch, but little. How about one over here? Oh, I didn't get more paint. Oh, there's paint on here. Smaller, scratch, smaller. Corner. Look, that one came out bad. I'll put some long pieces on it. Mine was crooked because I'm looking from the side. Maybe here too. La. Hey, I did it again. You guys, look at me. I must be a human. 1, 2, 3 in a row, exactly the same size. Is that how trees grow? That is not how trees grow. Okay, let me try and make one taller. That's not how trees grow. It's like they were all born on the same day. Let me try to make him taller. Longer. Okay, better. They copied each other. They have to be short, long, medium, short, long, medium, long, short, little, long. They can't be the same size. I have to go back and make some of them longer. There, that looks better to my brain. Wait, let's do the other side. Who feels like that makes sense now? Is it better than the first one? Remember the first one you did? You were mad. You were like, what is this lady saying? And then now you're like, oh, that makes sense. It's just scratchy, right? Up this other side. Can this other side have some? Look at, how big is it? It's as big as my hand. So let's make another island. So I go poke with the black. But question? They don't meet in the middle. There's a whole space. So don't make them meet in the middle. But it's another island. Hello. Like that. Wait, who can guess what we do now? Do we put the upside down ice cream cone trees in there with a little bit of black? Yes. You don't even need my help. You already know how to do this because we already done it. So can you do it? Do you trust yourself? You want to try? Okay, no helpsies. Oops, no helpsies. I'll be quiet. Okay, I'll be quiet. It's very hard for teachers to be quiet, but I'll try to be quiet. And you're gonna make little upside down trees. You do it. Okay, you want me to talk? Because you're frozen. Some of you are frozen. So I made one big, smaller than that, smaller. And then another one, I'm going to make a baby tree. It's like a speck. She was just born. Another one. To a little point and went off the page. Do you want to see mine up close? Right? Upside down trees. They're all shmeary because I hit a blob of white right there, which is good because it smears it. Hey, if you can paint an upside down tree, do you think you can make a right side up tree? I think you can. Who feels good about that? They look like ice cream cones, scratchy ice cream cones. Okay, everybody push pause. I want to show you a tree again. So, do you remember when I showed you this when we started? Do you know why? Because I had your attention. But now, most of you are going to keep painting and nobody's going to look up. So, I'm glad I showed you when we started. But, let me show you one more time. Okay, so this is my ground, right? And then I could use the paintbrush like this, straight up and down. Right? Straight up and down. And I can make a little trunk of my tree. Hello. What if I have to make it taller? You know what happens? I make a big fat Christmas tree and then it stops and I realize I have to make it taller to make it pointy. That's fine, right? So how did we do the ones down there? What if we do these slightly different? Everybody pause and watch me. I'm going to go like this. Tap. I'm going to go tap, tap. Let me do on my plate so you can see. Tap, 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 tap. Right? Tap, 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 tap. So I'm at an angle, but it will make little bristles. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, that needs to be bigger. Tap, tap. Right? Then the next one has to be smaller. Then smaller. Then smaller. Then smaller. Smaller. Speck, speck, speck. And then this is called a skeleton. I make a skeleton first so I can see my triangle. Because, everybody pause, let me show you what happens if I don't make a skeleton. I tend to go like this. Same size, same size, same size, same size, same size, same size, same size. That's a square. It's a big rectangle, right? I never went from big to little. They all tap, 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 and they just make a, so once I make a skeleton, now I can go like this, in between. Tappy, 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 and keeping my triangle. Tap, 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 tap. Uh-oh. Now it's smaller than my paintbrush. So then I switch to corner, right? Now I'm going to use just the corner. Not the tippy, 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 tippy. I don't know how good that is. Look, I can see through it a little bit. It's not solid black. Who wants to try one? So your very first one, is it going to be perfect? No. So let me promise you. We'll make one. It's going to be ugly, right? Second one will make more sense. Third one will be even better. You know what you can do on the fourth one? Go back and fix the first one. Because now you have knowledge. Does that make sense? So can you give yourself permission to have a learning curve and go, okay, this one's just for learning. Right? So I'm gonna get do I need very much black paint? I just give it a little bit. Oh, where's teeny tiny paintbrush? I was about to use my giant paintbrush. That was just for showing you. Teeny tiny paintbrush, stick. I get a little poke. Okay, and then I can, hey, what if I put them over my shadows? That's smart. So I just go, and how tall do I want it? I don't know. Can I make it taller later? I always end up making them taller. You know why? Because I make them the same size, like a Christmas tree farm. So I always have to go back and make taller ones. Okay, everybody watch me. Watch me make one. So I'm going to go tappy, 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 tappy. Look at, that's 2 fingers big. Watch me. Now I'm going to go up a whole finger higher and go, okay, the halfway is just like 1 finger big. But see how it looks like a triangle now? I'm trying to make that skeleton. And then I go, I don't know, so I'm trying to make the skeleton. Then once I have a skeleton, I'm like, oh, now it's a triangle. Can you make a skeleton? Big on the bottom, medium size, small. Oh, look at, it's not, I didn't do it. Those are the same size. Well, if this one's my biggest, this one has to be my second biggest, then that one. Okay, that's better. But she has to be smaller than the one down there. Biggest, mediumest, babyest, just born. Does that make sense? Okay, who's got a skeleton? Once you have a skeleton, now you just go like this. Tap, 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 tap. Stay inside the triangle. And I'm just going to use it and just go. I just go. Poka, 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 poka makes a branch. And poka, poka, poka makes a smaller branch. And poka, poka, poka makes a smaller branch. Poka, 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 poka. Uh-oh, I'm too little now. Now I can only use the corner. Stuck. It basically looks like fuzz. And then can my branches stick out a little bit? They can. As long as it's triangle-y, triangle-ish, triangle type. Your brain will go, I get it. As soon as you make one, is this your ugliest one? But you're just going, I'm curious. I wonder what it will look like. And just give yourself permission, you know. And if you guys have to go at any time, this is going to be recorded. So I'm going to send the YouTube link, because it's just me in the recording, to the lead. And then they'll email it to you. And if you have to go, you just fast forward to the spot that you have to go. Okay. Oh, who wants to make another one? So, another one? Poke. Make the, who has a triangle? Or whose came out square? Did it get smaller and smaller at the top? Nice. Okay. Another one on top of this shadow. I'm trying to make it smaller. But how much you want to bet it's going to come out the same size? How come? Because I'm human. Okay. So it's 2 fingers big. Big one. Then the middly part is smaller. I made them the same size. Then the one above that, oh, this is not right. Is that tree going to have to be taller? Can I just make it taller? Of course. I just make it taller. I totally messed up. That's right. I told you I was going to make them the same size because I'm human. Okay, I'll make you taller. There. Look what I did. I scribbled. Everybody pause and look up. And remember I said just go straight up? I scribbled and of course I missed because, okay, now I made a skeleton, right? Biggest, mediumest, tinier, and tiniest. Okay, now I go hoppy, 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 and climb, and go smaller hop, ziggy zaggy, smaller, ziggy zaggy, back and forth and back and forth. Oh no, look at, I'm not going smaller. How can I fix this one? Can I just make the bottom wider so it's more triangle-y. I'm going to make the bottom bigger. Didn't that help? Making the bottom bigger gave me my triangle back. Oh, okay. Now I use the corner and itty bitty bitty. Oh, look it, because I went outside the lines. Because I scribbled. Look at my edges are fuzzy. Is that okay? Yeah, they look like fuzzy branches. I don't care. I knew that was gonna look weird when I went scribbly, messed up. Okay. Who thinks you? Oh, are they the same size? I'm making this one bigger on purpose. You there? All right, cause they're the same size. Okay, another one. How about a baby one? I was just born. Big, smaller, tiny. Ooh, okay, look at this one up close. Okay, that was just me being spastic. That's not very pretty. So can I come back just with my paintbrush and give her some touches for stick outs? Little tiny stick out branches. Stick out. Uh-oh, she's getting taller as I fix it. Whatever. But it's the stick out branches that help. That one was, whew, I saved it though. I let some of the branches stick out like that. Hey, I did another human thing. My trees are exactly a finger apart. Is that like a forest? Don't trees touch in a forest? Don't their branches end up touching, at the top of the forest? Darn it. Can I just put one in the middle? What if they touch? Is that bad? I'm going to put one right here, and I'm going to make her touch. Oh. I always have to show you because I laugh at myself. Okay, so it came out really bad. Okay, now I'm going to go back with my little pokes and try to fix the tree. Sticking out this, okay, and triangle shape. Okay, better. Little stick out pieces. Okay, but doesn't that look better when they touch? How come? Forest. Who wants to make more no helpsies? Who thinks you can make all your own trees? How come? What number are we on right now? So, the first tree is ugly. Could you go back and fix your first tree already? Yes. Could you make more trees? Yes. So do you want to just go? And I'm going to keep talking, but you put your trees wherever you want trees. Who's got good triangle shapes? Yeah? And they're pokey with stick-outy parts? So I'm going to go, okay, I'm going to put one here. And then I make it big on the bottom. Remember that time I made one not big enough on the bottom and I had to fix it? Whatever. You know why? Because I have a human brain. And I have to learn by doing. Because this is Earth. Do you know who doesn't have to learn by doing? Bees, insects. They're called instincts. And it's like software programming. They don't have to learn nothing. They're born and they already know how to be a bee. Or a bug. Or a spider. No learnings. Mammals have to learn. That's us, mammals. Okay, now I better just born one. Oh, it came out really all funny. I don't care, I'll fix it. I'm gonna fix it. Triangle shape. Oh, I did it again. Look, they're all a finger space apart. Why? Look at me. Human. I made them different sizes, but they're exactly a finger space. Whatever. What does that mean? I have to put one in between them and let them touch. Oh, this is spitter right here. I don't even care. There, now they're touching. Okay, you silly me human. I would plant my trees like exactly like a orchard. Oh, I have a shadow on the end that I forgot about. Who feels good about theirs? Whose are so tall they're in the orange? You want to see something? I think I'm making minuscule trees. That's how I made them. Look how I'm making them now. My trees, my new trees are like just born. Are you doing bigger trees than me? You should make them bigger. Look it. Huh. I wasn't holding it up. I couldn't tell how big to make them. You can make yours any way you want. You can make them tall. Okay, here, I'm gonna make one right here. Whoosh. And then tappy, 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 tap. First I make it big, and then the middle, and then the top. Skeleton. And then I can make go tappy, 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 and then smaller, 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 smaller. Oh, I did that thing. They're all exactly the same size. Ah! You know what? I just have to make the bottom wider. As soon as the bottom's a little wider, it's triangle-y. Okay, fixed it. I fixed it. Oh, I need to put branches between my branches. That looked funny. Let me put branches in between my branches. There. Are you letting your trees touch? Are your trees best friends holding hands? Or are they scared of each other? Like an orchard. Okay. Oh, I'm going to put another one right here. Who's getting good at trees? The pattern is making sense. It's a triangle-shaped pokey thing. And so is it a real tree? No. It is the shape and texture and color that reminds me of a tree. And as long as it's triangle-y, and I can just make it taller or make it wider on the bottom when I mess up my triangle tree. Sometimes okay, I'm making them all the same size again. Who has that? I did it again. They're the exact. Okay. Now I'm annoying myself. Look at this. 2 fingers apart, 2 fingers apart, all the same size. I'm an annoying human being. And I'm the teacher and I should know better. So what does that mean? Can I fix them? Can I at least make one of them taller or something to break the path and maybe even wider? Okay, there. And then I better put some baby ones where they're touching. Jeez Louise, it's such a human brain. You know why? Humans love patterns. And when they look at satellites of the Earth, if they see anything in the satellite that's a circle or spaced out evenly, humans were there. That's what humans do. And they can always tell humans were there because that's what they see on the satellite. So they go there, and sure enough, old stone houses and stuff. Okay, I'm going to check my trees. Do I have tall ones, medium ones, short ones? Do they come to a tiny, tiny point at the top? How do I get the tiny point at the top? With the corner of my paintbrush going tap, 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 tap. I use just the corner of my paintbrush and go pokey, 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 as soft as I can. And with a straight up and down one, I can make it go really pointy at the top where the angel sits. Look at this one's not pointy at the top. Now it is. Why did I make them so small this time? Look at what I made this time. Are yours big like this one or small like this one? I like the big ones too. I don't know. Who likes making trees? Who wants to turn their painting around and show me your trees while other people are finishing? Show me your trees. Look at it. I see roses trees. And you got blurry trees. Look at those. Look at those. You guys must be related. Are you siblings? Oh, look at Tony. Yeah. I see Rose and Tony's. And there's Mia's. Look at your trees. Who feels like they're good at trees now? Look at yours. Oh, nice. I see yours. Very good. Oh, and your water's drying. Look at the different colors in your waters. Siblings are fighting. I see that. Mine is on top. No, mine's on top. Mine's on top. Mine's on top. You guys are silly. Do you want to know a good thing about siblings? They teach you about anger like nobody else. If you want to learn how to control your anger, you have to have someone make you mad a lot so you can practice. And your siblings will never make you more angry than anyone on the planet. Okay, except for your kids, but you practice on your siblings so that you know that your anger doesn't destroy you. You don't have to freak out, and it's normal to get angry. So you're just like, thank you, sibling, for helping me practice my anger. Without you, I couldn't be a true human. Who's all done with trees? Okay, so now let's do boat. Okay, so if you look at the boat, inside the boat is black, right? And then, oh, wait, look at the wood. Those are stripes of black and brown, exactly how we made the water. But who's more powerful, black or brown? Black is more powerful by 1,000,000, so it has to be more brown with little specks of black that you stripe into it. Does that make sense? Because black is very dark. So, but we can do the inside of the boat, right, with black. So I just stab my black paint, stab, and what's best is to outline it first. Oh, who's in front of the water? Is the boat in front of the water? That means the boat is on top of the water. So I'm going to go like this and just outline. I'm doing that push. Oh, I ran out of paint. I know, this paintbrush can't hold very much paint. She's little. And I'll do the top part, but on top of the water a little bit because my boat's in front. She's not under the water, she's on top of the water. I'm not going to paint this bottom part. That's going to be wood, so it's going to be brown. So it's just the inside of the boat. It's going to be super dark and shadowy. And then, can I just paint it black? Just stab your paint and go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and push and shove and push and shove and push and shove that paint around. And then when I get close to an edge, a line, I just go slower. And I stab my black. How come? Because I'm just going to shove it around my black paint. And I go push and shove and push and shove and push and shove. Uh-oh, I'm getting close to a line. Go slower, slower. Okay, and then back to being big when I'm in the middle. And then slower, slower. Okay, now remember when I was telling you about paint and how it dries clear, like Elmer's glue? Look at this. the inside of my boat, you can see the canvas. And what? Because I don't think I put a second layer of black. Because it dries, and then it dries and you're like, I can, what? So we'll put a second coat on it, okay? You just don't want any white part showing inside. So you have to push and pull your paint around like that. I just stabbed my pink paint. That's okay, I just cleaned my paper now. I wasn't looking down. That makes me laugh. Okay. I laugh at myself. Ha ha ha. Now that I'm done, can I go back and smooth it a little bit? I'm trying to find all the white parts that are showing. I have to go hunting for white parts. There, scribbly, scribbly, back and forth. Slow down, I'm near an edge. Okay, back and forth, back and forth. Okay. I can still see through it a little bit because it's paint. 2 layers, because remember how many layers we put on our sky? 2. We did white first and then color. We put a lot of paint on our water, so. We're resting. I'm watching everybody busy with the filling and of the black. We're doing a good job. We're only like 5 minutes from being done. 5-10 minutes. I see you doing it. Okay. Now we have to do the bottom half, the part of the boat that's made out of wood, right? So I filled in the inside of the boat. Now what about the bottom of the boat? What color is it? Brown. Can you find your brown paint? Oh. But my paintbrush is dirty with black. So I'm going to put little pokes of black and make black stripes in my brown. Remember we told you about that? Now I'm going to get brown. And if it has a little thick film on it, you just stir it a little in there. Move the little, because mine's been open like for 2 hours. Okay, what do you always do first? Let's outline it with brown. You know why? I need to tell my brain where not to paint. So if I do an outline, okay. Remember I told you about the ugly parts? Where the water touches your boat? What if I just made my boat a little bigger and cover all those uglies up? Right? Watch me. Everybody pause and look up. Everybody look. I'm going to just go up on the water and cut that off. How come? I went parallel, but I don't want to look at that ratty edge of my water. My boat got a little bigger, but now I don't see the ratty part. I moved my brown. And then I can outline this part. Touching the black, it turns black. There, I outlined it. Hey, brown's a little bit see-through. Go ahead and put it on nice and thick. Be generous. I'm going to hold it up because I have to, look at me. I'm going to hold my painting because I have to fall off the page here. Everybody pause and look up. Everybody pause. Watch. Do you guys know the word parallel? I'm going to go along the bottom. I'm making pieces of wood. Watch me. Stop painting. Pieces of wood. More paint. Another piece of wood. Does that make sense? they're not straight. The wood is bent because the boat is bent. So if as long as I'm parallel to the bottom of the boat, means I start on the bottom and I go higher and higher, and then my stripes just start getting longer and longer. It'll look more like wood. And I'm being very generous with my browns. Look how see-through she is. Why do you have to be so see-through, brown? Because brown darkens when she dries. Oh yeah, I forgot. Do you know what I miss? When I teach in person, people always yell out the answers. So I was pretending to be you right there. But I was from the front of the boat, falling down, parallel, wee, stripe, wee, stripe, wee, stripe. Now I'm smoothing, smoothing, smoothing. Hey, should you use the tip of your paintbrush? Look at me, everybody pause and look up. Should you go use the tip of your paintbrush or the flat, smooth side like a butter knife? It's like a butter knife. Does that make sense? So watch, if I hold it straight like a pencil, it'll scratch the paint right off. So I'm kind of flattening my paintbrush so I can smooth it on. Like when I put peanut butter on, I use the flat side of the butter knife. I don't use the sharp side of the butter knife. Does that make sense? Who finished their boat? Are you done? Look at, you can see my stripes. Okay, now who wants to make it look like wood? Right? Ready? Everybody watch. Ready? Push pause. Now I'm going to stab my black. Right? And remember when we put little pieces of cloud? Now I'm going to go like this just on the brown part. I put little pokes of black. Pokety, 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 pokety. It looks like chicken pox or freckles. How come? I would just like some black. Now I'm going to make my stripes again. Everybody watch me. Smoothing again. And I may or may not hit a black spot. That's going to make black stripes in my brown and look just like wood. Do I want it to be blackish brown? I want black and brown stripes. Can you do that? What if you put too much black? Could you go back and put brown pieces? Yes, you can. It's stripes of brown and black. Ooh, that looks like wood. That looks right. Isn't that how we did? We gave it permission to be brown and black stripes. Hey, look at, there's a blob right there. I saw it in the camera. Okay. Nice. Nice. Did you make wood? Isn't that impressive? So, did we actually paint wood or did we make the color, shape, and texture of wood? Did we give it permission to have dark black, blackish brown, and brown? 3 versions of a color? We did. Okay, what's left? What's left? What is this? Is that yellow? Like brass or something? Or the sunrise hitting the top, right? So, dirty paintbrush. Let me just give it a pinch. Must squeeze the paint out. Pinch. Where's yellow? Look, there's white in my yellow. I don't care. I don't care. Stab. Okay, guys, ready? So what did I really do? I just outlined the top of the boat. Can you do that? Let me show you. So here's my paintbrush. Didn't we already outline this once? But now I'm gonna do it the fat way, like instead of the skinny way like that and just make a skinny stripe. I'm actually gonna give it permission to be big. So I do it the big way and I just, should I scribble the yellow on? I'm just gonna push, watch me. Ready? Push my paintbrush, push. Oh, I ran out of paint halfway. What do? What if I go backwards and make them meet in the middle? Oh, I ran out. Can I get more? Yes. Should I go like this to get more to come out? You'll make it furry. So I can only land and push. Oh! Ran out again.
Nice, Mateo. Good job. I like it. Good job.
And then where the black and the brown meet. Ew! Brown's still wet. It's eating my yellow. Oh! Gotta put more again. Now, can I show you the seats? Everybody push pause and look up, right? There's little seats, but they're not straight. They have a little, they're more diagonal. Does that make sense? I am pointing towards that corner. Corner, down their corner. Look at the bottom. Look at the, it's not straight up and down. It has a little bend to it, like a tilted, bended. What if you went like this and scribbled the yellow on? Could you clean your paintbrush from yellow and go back and fix it with a little bit of black? Look at mine's a little bit terrible right there. Look at, oh, I don't like how it's not smooth. Could I go back and sneak underneath it and do that outlining trick? I can. Because I started scribbling instead of pushing my paint, and it made it fuzzier than I wanted. Who wants to see how to make the rope? The rope, because this is called a first person painting. You guys ever heard of a first person story? The person is telling the story, right? Well, this is a first person painting. So like you're in the boat or you're standing right on the shore, right? And then you're looking at this from there. Well, the rope is this skinny part of the paintbrush. The skinniest like this. I hold my paintbrush and make a stripe. So I have to hold it the skinniest way. You totally can't see. You can't see. But if I flatten it, make sure it's nice and flat. And then how much black would I need? Just a little poke, little tiny poke, a little poke. And and it touches the bow and ties it to the water, right? So I go, oh, hey, do you guys know the word parallel? It's parallel. So I go, wee. Did I pick up my paintbrush? No scribbling. I'm just gonna let gravity pull my hand down, and I get another poke of black and maybe do another one. Wee. And then I'm done. Don't scribble. Oh, you can also paint them this way, bent that way. Or they're bent the other way. I did mine a little anchor. Raise your hand if this came out better than you thought it would. Remember when you started and you were scared? And remember how you had those nervous feelings and those excitement feelings? And then didn't I promise you it would change? Because you have a human brain and thoughts make feelings. So when you were thinking, oh, I'm gonna screw this up, I can't do this, you had those feelings. Then you stopped thinking that and your brain went, oh, I get it. And then those thoughts went away and your mind relaxed, right? And then you had to give, who had an ugly tree? And then who had a pretty tree, right? So at first you're like, oh, no. And then you go, oh, I get it. Oh, but you have to do some bunch. And then your brain goes, I get it. Nice job. Who feels proud right now? Who has a sense of a feeling of, I have a fabulous learning brain. I've never done this before. Some lady from across town was talking at me and I was able to do this. Do you see what kind of brain you had? That is a good brain. And I wasn't even there to point at your painting and tell you stuff, and you were able to do this. You have an excellent learning brain. You should be very proud, because I didn't know how to do it, and now I do, like that. So good job, you guys.